Hello
Yo.
and welcome. This
It's
is
Eat,
Eat,
Ego,
Ego,
and
and
Superego.
Superego.
I
I
am
am
Ego.
Ego.
We
We
have
have
Eat
Eat
here.
here.
Say
Say
hi,
hi.
Eat.
Eat.
Oh, that's you, Fred.
Was that me?
That's you. Yeah, that's you.
Okay, that's me.
And we also have
And we also have
Superego, which for the
Superego, which for
sake
the sake
of
of
simplicity, we
simplicity,
just
we just
call
call
him
him
C.
C.
Sure. I'm just the letter C or just yes in Spanish. A huevo.
But no,
No,
SE.
I know, I'm kidding. I proposed the name.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
right,
right.
I
I
forgot
forgot
about
about
that.
that.
Oh
Okay,
Okay,
well.
so
so as you
as you
can
can
tell,
tell,
we
we
did
did
not
not
rehearse
rehearse
this
this
beforehand,
beforehand,
but
but
screw
screw
it.
it.
So this is going to be
This
our
is going
first
to be our
episode
first
of what
episode
is
of what
hopefully
is
going to
hopefully
be
going to
like
be like
3 episodes a
3 episodes
week,
a week,
which
which
hopefully are
hopefully are
entertaining for
entertaining
anybody
for
out
anybody out
there.
there.
And
And
please leave a
please leave
like
a
or
like or
comment or
Okay.
comment or
whatever
whatever
if you
if you
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it.
Okay, no.
Hopefully this
I
will
would just
last
say that it's just
long enough, let's say.
it's dumb.
That's
Like
Yes.
there isn't a real
Yes,
reason
and
for people to
we are going to
identify
start
as like
this entire thing
like
by
a
going into a very dangerous
unexistent
topic, which many people
gender.
are going to
Like a
scream
gender
slash
is
rage at
more.
us
It's something
if people
biological.
actually
It's not
watch
something
it,
like you
which
can just
is,
make up.
are
You
there
know?
two genders?
And
Genders.
Okay?
Okay?
it's a pretty
Who
simple
begins
question,
then?
in my opinion.
You know what? I'm just good at countering. Somebody else start.
Like, Freddy, last time you started a
Okay.
pretty good argument.
Okay, no. I would just say that it's just it's dumb to like there isn't a real reason for people to identify as like a unexistent gender. Like a gender is more is
No,
something
but that's
biological.
what I
It's not
mean.
something
But
that
that's
you can
what
just
what I'm
make
saying.
up.
I
You know?
beg to differ.
And yeah,
So,
you do.
you say that there are non-existent genders and whatnot. However, genders were pretty much
But that's the
invented by the
problem.
societies we
That's the
live in,
problem.
especially this Western
Like,
one. Say, for instance,
No,
some
it's
Native
that
Americans
people-
didn't quite
it's because
have,
gender
the
is-
genders
if
we
you're
have.
male or female,
Not
if you're
only
born a
that, but
male
we should
or a
also remember
female,
that society is in a
but when you
constant
identify
change.
yourself as,
Now,
as like
the biological thing, I
it's
agree.
not-
Yeah,
it's
you either
not
have a
that
dick
it
or
is
a
of
vagina. That's it.
yourself,
That's
you know?
literally
It's
fucking
No, but
it.
that's
something
what I
more
mean.
of
Gender-wise,
what I'm saying.
freedom
Gender
of
goes
being
beyond
and
having a
living.
dick or not.
But a
Gender goes
is
through
just
what you
something that
identify as, and what you
categorizes
identify
like,
as
in like
is
the
really, well, once again,
in nature, you
connected
know?
with the
But
society
that's
you
the
live in.
problem. That's
or
the
a-
problem.
What's the problem?
My friend. No.
But
it's
that's
that
but that's
people.
society. But
It's
that's
because
society. That's
gender
a
is
society
if
issue.
you're a
That's
male
separate.
or a female, if you were born a male or a female, but what you identify yourself with has like it's not up to that. It is up to yourself. You know, it is something more up to your freedom of being and living. But a gender is just something that categorizes as like in like the
Everywhere actually.
nature. You know.
Well,
You're
yes,
born a
but
man
gender
or a-
really defines how we behave with people in the society. Let's be honest.
Like,
But that's
I mean,
Okay.
That's a society issue.
Do you guys mind if
'cause
I-
This is
okay.
a societal issue because it all starts within society in itself. Because once again, genders are defined by society. I do also agree, however, that we should all just be able to fucking live however the hell we want. But no, sadly, for instance, in Mexico, yeah, I know how many fucking murders of women and rapes there are, just because they're women. It's awful, but it's mostly
Everywhere,
because
Well,
they're
well,
women,
and that-
not because
well, that's
I mean,
a-
they're
that's the thing,
recognized
Nico.
as female mostly.
Nico,
that's the
that
problem.
Nico, well, give me one second. In regards to that statement that you just made, like, I
I
wouldn't say in this case it's simply because they're women and has more to do with sexuality. Like, also using the U.S. for example, they have a large amount of prisons, and that results in a lot of dudes who identified as straight to eventually become gay due to repressed sexual needs, and then they end up raping each other, which is a very sad and quite common phenomenon. So, and also you need to be aware that out of children who tend to get raped most of the time, sadly, it tends to be little boys. At least if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong on that statistic,
Yeah,
but
well,
it
what
is
is-
very common for both genders.
Well, okay, let's leave the whole, statistics behind because one, we don't have the actual statistics, and two, statistics
Yeah, fair enough,
are
I'm
very,
sorry.
very traitorous. For instance, you know how many popes there are on average in a square mile in the Vatican?
How many?
2. You know why? The Vatican is only
Because-
like half a mile in area. So, if you say in 1 mile, how many popes should there be on average? 2. Statistics, they don't lie, but they can be...
They can be manipulated,
they can
or
be,
even
yeah,
they can even be a
roguelike, I
little bit
guess.
erroneous. Oh my god, like Mr. Pie, he would love this conversation so much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, but anyway, like going back to the subject at hand, like I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss off a lot of people, and if anybody who watches this and puts comments down, please don't like insult me all this much, but I really need to say this, is that as a straight man, I'm really confused as to what are the aspects that make it so that someone is identifies as something else, like a non-binary or something else, like they say there's 92 genders. The thing is that from my own point of view, and I don't mean to offend, like there are two genders and that is what you were born with. Due to X, Y, and chromosomes you're grown, or whether you have like a penis or a vagina, that pretty much determines it. And the
Now,
thing is that I can't help but find it kind of bizarre, this idea, or at least the way that I see it, is that you end up interpreting your gender based on how you are. And I can't help but find that a little bit bizarre because, from my own point of view, male, female, like being born either way, you're not explicitly like forced to follow a certain identity or be a certain way. Like, and people are diverse. At least I'm sorry, but this is the way that I see it, and I gotta admit, even though we chose to talk about this topic, I'm not very well versed. So if anybody knows more about this, please
I would
like enlighten
like
me.
to once again counteract an argument. Now, I do believe, of course, that, I mean, once again, sex-wise, you're either born as a male or a female. The thing is, the divergence of like the two normal genders comes from the gender roles we give to each gender, right? So, for instance, if you're a man, you're expected to do certain things, at least, like, I don't know, in Western culture, and as a woman, other things. However, maybe you're born as a male, but you do not identify, you do not, I'll call it, accept what society wants for you as a male, and you don't feel comfortable as a male. So you decide, I don't know, to change to woman, or you decide to recognize as non-binary, for instance. So in a way, I believe that this whole gender, debate might have been sparked because of how some people are finding, I guess, a new way to combat the stereotypes, the prejudice that certain genders have. It's a way
Well,
to escape, the I guess you could call it the grid, the molds of society, to become
well,
who you truly believe
that's
you are.
that's a thing really, because what you're speaking now is this ideology that you're of what it means, like let's say for example what it means to be a man, which is constantly being challenged. Like for example, there was this very good video on Jubilee about with like this famous NFL football star. I don't know if you guys know these videos, but essentially they get a bunch of people who then they ask them questions if they agree or disagree, and then different topics. And this topic was what it means to be a man. And one thing that they kind of agreed on is that, albeit it was originally this idea that you would be super strong and all that, it kind of modified towards the idea that you were able to be relied upon. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were something like an alpha male or something like that. So it really depends on how you put it to perspective. At least from that's something that I agree with.
I mean, yeah, but deep down, I think we can both agree that it all goes down to the definition that, well, the definition of a man, for instance, changes a lot through time and history and place. Say, if we look at the role of a man in France, I don't know, 300 years ago,
That makes
it's
sense.
to serve the glorious French Republic or whatever. We look at it nowadays, it's making money. If we look at it, I don't know, 100 years
Yes, the
ago, give or
breadwinner.
take. No, let's say, like, yeah, 60 years ago, it's like fighting those commie bastards, Like, it changes over time. So we can't just define a universal term for what a man means other than the sexual way, which is just, having a penis and an XY chromosome pattern within your DNA.
Well,
Like,
okay.
biologically, that's what a man
Also,
is. But wait, listen. Humankind has proven that what it is goes beyond nature. You think there's a society as complex as ours within nature? Yeah, I mean, there's monkeys and dolphins with, more primitive levels of nature.
You said
But it's not something
and
as
I just
natural.
wanted to
No,
say that
not
did you
sorry. No,
know
it's not natural
that
at all. For
dolphins
instance,
are
to
the
send a
only
man to the
animal
moon
beside
or to have
humans
cities
that
or to
do
have cars.
sex for
So
pleasure.
even though we are
Yeah,
all debating
and
about the natural world and what we
they
are born
also do
as,
group.
first of all,
They
first
also
and
do group rape.
foremost, other than being animals, we are social beings, and we create and define society. That's the thing.
Mm,
I must say that was
I
very well
have.
Let's talk
put.
about nature. Let's
It
talk
is.
about
I have to say something.
animals.
Kind of a curiosity time. You said dolphins, and I just wanted to say that did you know that dolphins are the only animals beside humans that do sex for pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once
And they
again.
also do.
No. Okay, no, the giraffes.
They also
Giraffes.
do drinks.
Oh no, the dolphins are actually monsters. They also like there's
Well-
this particular species in South America that they hunt whales for fun.
Yo.
Let's talk about nature. Let's talk about.
Wait.
No,
I'd like
no,
to say
wait,
something real
guys,
quick,
wait.
though.
I would like to say one thing quickly.
Go ahead.
Like, also, just to make sure to anybody who's watching this, like me and Fred, even though we said that we believe that there's two genders and all that, we have nothing against people who identify in different like genders or have different beliefs and all that. We respect them. We only criticize them if they are like, I don't know, we need to beat up a bunch of people for the sake of everything. Like we don't disrespect them for who they are. We disrespect them for certain like beliefs and okay, well, not certain beliefs. Ah, shit, I said it wrong.
Hey, I'll keep
Okay.
it short. Don't worry. Long story
Yeah.
short,
Oh,
an
yeah.
opinion is an opinion and not an attack.
Exactly. And yeah, we have nothing
Oh, no,
against
yeah.
people
I
who
was
identify as
gonna
different
start
things and that we
Ad
will
infinitum.
treat you as human beings.
Yeah, I'd like to say something real quick, if I may.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Just real quick.
Wait, actually, let Fred speak. Let Fred speak.
Just a quick comment.
I just wanna.
You started talking about
I would like to place an embargo,
and
a
then,
fucking
if
cancellation
you had
upon
to be an
talking about
animal,
fucking dolphin
what
sex
animal
again,
would you be and why?
if I may.
Okay, but guys,
Oh yes, please enlighten me.
Anyway, you were gonna talk, Fred.
oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I was just gonna start another topic that it's something that I usually do. I change topics a lot in conversation. Um, I just wanted to ask you. You started talking about nature, and then I thought of animals, and then if you had to be an animal, what animal would you be and why?
A cat. Easy
Why?
choice. I don't even have to think about it. It's very simple. If I'm a
Wait,
house
let me
cat-
guess. Let me
Yeah?
guess. Because you can just sit on your ass all day, somehow be super fast and athletic, and
Okay,
people just naturally
um,
pet you, and you can eat anything you want.
You know me so well, huh? Basically, I love the idea of being
Or
a
a
petty
lynx
little
specifically.
animal
I like
that sleeps in the sun for
lynxes.
8 hours. No, let's say actually it's like 14 or 12 hours a day.
I'm just talking about
They're
myself.
light sleepers, so
Mm.
that's why they have
Like
to sleep
always.
so much.
So
Anyway,
I would
point
be
is,
probably a
You don't do
lynx.
if you're a house
It is a
cat, all you gotta do is pretend
medium-sized
you're a
wild
feral
cat,
tiger or whatever, like
and
my cat does.
It's a very. I
Very
like
good.
it. I don't know why it's so.
I'll be right back. Okay, I'm getting a
beautiful,
call. 1 second.
And I
15
like
seconds.
What?
how
Oh,
it's,
okay.
Okay,
it is stealthy,
I
and I think that applies to me a
would
lot because
be
I like to be stealthy sometimes.
either
I like
a
to not be
fox
found.
or a
Don't-
lynx.
I don't really know why.
So, fuck.
They are
Okay, so you want to be Foxy. Great.
Wait, sorry. Where are we?
I'm just talking about myself, like always. So I would be
Oh,
probably
thank
a lynx, and it's a medium-sized
I am
wild
cute.
cat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's
we know what a
very-
lynx is.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so beautiful, and I like it how it's it is stealthy, and I think that applies to me a lot because I like to be stealthy sometimes. I like to not make sound when I walk. I don't really know why. They are smart and
flying
genius,
is
and I
something
think that
really
really
appealing.
applies to me.
You know, they have
Oh,
very
yeah.
hairy ears and they're really cute. Lynxes, they're really cool.
Oh, thank you.
I don't mean you, I
Fair-
mean lynxes.
I am cute.
I beg to differ. Anyway, Coseto.
Ah, shit. Okay, there's so many different options. God damn it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with one of the more lethal options and choose either a peregrine falcon or a Saint Bernard.
A falcon would be fine, you'd be fast as fuck.
I know, right? No, like especially
gonna
peregrine
say
falcon, one of the
that-
fastest fucking hawks ever.
And
Like
fun.
I just
This
to
is not
screw
the
with
fastest
people.
animal on
They
air.
have a diving speed of
Like yeah, I'm
Look
just
at
saying,
that.
but just to screw with people, what I could do is that I could just like go at pretty much this. I don't know how fast it is, like the speed of light. I don't know, and like
it's a
just
peregrine
stop in front of a
falcon.
kid, stop in front of like a I don't know a 6-year-old's like face. Like don't do anything to him, just let him watch, and he's like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yo, listen here for a second.
Yeah.
The peregrine falcon is the fastest animal in the world and is very
I was
unique.
gonna say that you
Huh?
would do it.
If
Well-
I had to be another animal,
Yeah.
I would be a
They
wild
have a diving
dog.
speed
They
of
are gorgeous,
389
and they.
I
are-
read 300
they're just
here, but either way, that's as much as a car, like way more.
Yeah,
some, I
honestly,
guess,
it
I
would be
don't know.
it would be amazing. Although, like the other animal that I would like to be, yeah, Saint Bernard, dog breed. Like they're just big, fluffy, super reliable,
Big,
super good
fluffy,
in
friendly
cold.
guy.
dog.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to be a nice friendly dog who saves people in like the snows. And yeah, I don't know. It just seems like something noble.
Wait, can we talk about dogs for a minute? I'd like to say something.
If I had to be another animal, I would be a wild dog. They are gorgeous.
Mm,
And
Yeah, not exactly clean
And-
because they lick
they're just
themselves for
beautiful.
And you
bad.
like to eat humans.
I'd like to mention something real quick.
What?
Yep.
Like, I like dogs and all. I prefer cats, but I don't mind dogs. You know what the problem is, though?
What?
What?
The only thing, like, I despise about them is that smell, that pungent, odor they have when they are wet. And when they lick you. I don't like. Those two things are what, keep me away from having a dog. I just like cats which are clean and,
Yeah, not
elegant.
exactly clean because they lick themselves for bad.
Yeah, but their tongues are pretty much a brush. They're not. I mean, of
Ugh.
course they're not clean. They lick their assholes. They're animals, Fred. They don't have baths and soap. But a dog
Dude,
is
you
worse because they
do
don't lick
know that
themselves.
cats,
They
you
yeah.
do know that cats by constantly licking themselves end up creating this fungi,
Gosh.
which ends up spreading and
I
causing the
wouldn't like to
like
be
fur to
Nico's
fall
dog,
off, which
but
ends up creating large amounts of allergies and
I would
potential
like to be
like
Nico's wife.
yeah, a bunch of allergies and fungi to spread.
have. Fascinating.
Yeah. So in other words, I'm gonna kill Irma.
If you touch my cat, Coseto, I will completely remove you from this earth. I will destroy
I
you to
believe.
such a level nobody will even remember you
He
existed,
would
Coseto. My cat is
wake
more
up.
important than anything.
He would wake up.
Look, man,
next
doesn't
to
matter how it will
prostitute
end.
in a
Nobody will
bar,
remember
and
me
be like,
after
"What
like
the
a few
fuck
thousand
happened?"
years.
That makes two of us.
I would not like to be. I would not like to be Nicole's wife.
Which wife? Come on, as if I would get one.
Honestly, dude, I can imagine you like somehow getting, I don't know, somehow someday in like 35 years you get super
That's not really
intoxicated
how it
in
works.
like Las Vegas or something. Then you wake up and you realize you're married and you
That's
can't
not
like
really
cancel
how
it.
it works.
You're like,
You
damn.
have to like.
Okay,
You would
Coseto.
wake up next to a prostitute in a bar.
You were
and be like,
right
"What the fuck
up until the
happened?"
point of waking up and then saying, "Damn, I'm married." Because well, first of all, saying intoxicated is a very nice way of saying shit faced. Second of all, if I wake up in Vegas and I'm married, I'm moving to like Mongolia under a new name. I'm not gonna marry some random Vegas woman. I don't know, some drug. No, friend. Responsibility. I don't vibe with that, man. I'm just gonna run away,
I
be a
like to
deadbeat
Not really how it
person.
works.
Yeah.
Like,
What are they gonna do? Marry me to another person? What's the worst that could happen? I die? I'd rather
No,
not go
they
through
sue you and they
divorce.
take all your money, and then you die.
What money? I'm gonna study
One
philosophy.
One day, I wouldn't be surprised finding Nico
Look, what
dead.
money?
Or
I'll starve to death by 27. I assure you that much. But if I get married
Ah.
in Vegas, I'm not gonna let a woman take half of my money because I was drunk.
won't.
Nah, man. I'm moving to Madagascar.
No, I am.
Dude, I'm pretty sure Madagascar they would
I like
force
to
it on
move
you
it,
even
move
more.
it. I like to move it.
Like to
Three
move
kinds
it,
of
move
people,
it.
Well,
huh?
I mean,
One
I'm
says, I'd
not
like to move to
immortal,
Madagascar
they
to
do
escape my
require-
wife. The other one says, they would probably make you pay, and the other one starts singing. Wow.
One day, I wouldn't be
do.
surprised finding Nico dead in a pit.
I mean,
Or at
how
least
can you
Well,
not believe in magic? With
You'll
us
be surprised to know
big
that I
brothers
will
out there,
eventually
we're
die
like
as any
a
other
big
human
universe.
being.
No.
Wait, so you guys are not
You're
immortal?
intolerant.
If I would
No,
pity,
I am.
I'd pity the future if the two of you are immortal.
Oh, don't worry, it's already happening.
Well, I mean, I'm not immortal.
No.
They do reincarnate.
Are you a Buddhist or something?
No, he isn't. He just believes in anything that is
Hindu?
fantasy.
Fair
I
enough.
really do.
Look, he's
I mean,
what.
how can you not believe in magic with such a big world there is out
L-
there? Or
Look, I'm gonna. Fred, can I tell you what I believe? Can I tell you what I honestly
No.
believe? Oh,
No,
well,
I am
shit,
very
I'm.
tolerant.
What? Okay, jeez. Okay, okay. So what I believe is that what we see as science is the magic of this world. Okay?
And I thought math was.
Fair enough. I would like to say though, I do not believe in magic for one reason.
What?
I'm gonna go into philosophy because fuck you, I can. Long story short, in the 17th and 18th century, there were two schools of thought about how we get knowledge, which is epistemology, which is basically just TOK, right? How the hell do we
Yeah.
get knowledge? The two big branches back then were empiricism and rationalism.
And
I
thought
believe
math
I'm-
was useless.
Huh?
And I thought math was useless.
Oh, come on, math.
Bro.
It's not useless. We just suck at it. Anyway, point is, I'm not gonna go into
Well,
rationalism.
truer
That's a
words have
topic
never
for the
been
next
spoken.
one, maybe. But empiricists basically say, hey, I know my senses
I
are
don't
not
think it was
perfect.
like
I
that,
know
but
I
I do
cannot
like that.
perceive anything. I mean everything. But even though my senses are faulty, if I cannot find, some kind of evidence or something sensible to perceive, I cannot be certain it exists. So, if there's nothing I can perceive about magic, in which case, I will not take the risk in accepting it exists. So that's why many empiricists say, for instance, that there's no God, or that God just came, made the world, and left. Whatever, right? Point
I
is,
don't think it was
Okay.
like that, but I do believe in God.
that's called.
Okay.
I think it's
Oh, okay,
deism
okay,
or
guys.
deism. Whatever.
So we
Yes.
originally started with like quick recap. We originally started with like asking like whether there's more than one gender. Then we somehow moved into favorite animals. Then into like criticizing philosophy, but then also criticizing the world itself. Okay, but now we're moving way too much into different topics. I feel like we should make individual videos for each one of those. But okay, let's just end it here and. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please leave a comment, like if you enjoyed it or not. Tell us how to do better. I hope you enjoyed it. This was Ep1 Superego, and bye bye.
All right. Goodbye.